Okay, welcome everybody to the 5th episode, I believe. No, fourth episode.
3rd episode. If
No.
you don't want to count the introduction.
No, we're gonna have the year before this. We're gonna release it before.
Oh.
This is now
behind the scenes.
This is the fourth episode of the RELLU IB podcast. Now, today's topic is skip lessons. So, we will go over what are skip lessons, why do we need them, why are they important, what to do during them, just like all around skip lessons. So like when you have a school day and you just don't have class, but you have class coming up later. So
yes.
I am your host once again. My name is Nico, and this is your lovely, amazing guest co-host.
You did that on purpose. There's no way.
I actually did.
2 episodes.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Actually, I forgot.
I hate you so much. This is
Again.
getting to your head. The power's getting to your head.
No. Okay, introduce yourself.
My name is Yassi, and y'all already know me. Y'all love me. It is what it is. We're joined here by 2 amazing guests. Introduce yourselves to the camera.
You go first.
Okay, so we're the babes, and I'm Angel.
Alexia. Slay.
Okay, what are your...
That's
Okay, do we ask them for the...
What are your connections to us?
Mm-hmm.
We're friends. We're
Besties.
Yeah, we're besties.
They don't know that, though.
We're in a lot of classes together.
Yeah.
Ew.
Same school.
It's cool.
Same school. Wow, crazy. And would you like to introduce your IB subjects?
Okay. Should I start?
You start.
My HLs are English, History, and Economics, and my SLs are Math AA, and Biology and French.
My HLs are Economics, English, and Psychology, and my SL subjects are Math AI SL.
You don't remember?
SL and
Bio.
Bio SL. Thank
Wait,
you.
what are your subjects again?
Stop.
Well, okay, what about the H's? I actually completely forgot.
It's
I zoned
me
out for a second.
being bullied all the time.
Actually, let's get to the first question at hand. What are skip lessons? Would either of the guests want to elaborate?
Sure. Some periods you don't have all of your classes, which means that you're going to have skip lessons, which basically means you don't have a class in that period, or you have a time where you just don't have a class before your next class, and that's, I don't know, it's just a definition.
They're blanks between lessons, basically.
Yeah. Pretty much. So, no lesson. And in the middle of your school day.
It's the same thing.
Wow,
It's
you
exactly-
Yeah, I know, but
tautology.
to the next question, why do they exist? What's the point of it? Since you're at school, why don't you just have lessons?
Because teachers can't be catering to every single class at all times. So sometimes they have to prioritize a certain class, and then some other class cannot have a lesson during that time, and they have a skip.
So the way it works in high school in general is you have to pick your own courses, which means you might not get all the courses that you want for each exact thing in your schedule. And for us, pretty sure we weren't the ones making the schedule, but it was the guidance counselors.
Yeah, however, you were still if you had people that have gone to IB beforehand, you would have already had the information that you could actually change up your the upcoming periods, either your first period and your last periods, because you have a certain amount of courses and you have a certain amount of hours available in school. But then there are a lot less course hours than there are hours of school or hours available in school. So some periods, for example, my 4th period, I had a day where I only had 2 hours of school or an hour and a half, and it was a day where I started at 11 and then ended at 12 or something. So it was really unbalanced. So you can choose how your school year goes.
Precisely, and in the pre-IB you have more choice in terms of what kind of subjects you choose.
Yeah.
At least, I think.
Well, yes, because
Yes.
you have a lot more. You have a lot more different courses in pre-IB than you do in regular IB.
In the pre-IB, you can also quite freely dictate what teachers' classes you want to go to depending on the teacher, like a math teacher or English teacher. Because, for example,
I'd say English is more like that.
English is more likely. I switched to KA's English, even though I'm originally in KB, and I had my first period in pre-IB with the KB classes English teacher, but I wanted to switch to the opposite classes teacher, so I did. Because I could.
That's nice. That's
Nice.
What? What do you mean
Why? Why would you go to the different classes, different teachers' class?
So I switched from Emilia's English classes to Mike's English classes.
We're name dropping right now.
Oh.
Before I got accepted into RELLU and before I came to the pre-IB, I had visited the school. I had called the principal in 9th grade because I wanted to come to the school, and I asked her, like, personally, can I come see out can I come check out the school because I want to study there? And then she was like, okay, girl, like, sure, come over here. And then I came here and I got to visit like some of the lessons across the day. Like, I went to pre-IB lessons, I went to IB1, IB year 1's lessons because I knew people from there. So I got to see like lessons in person, and I actually took part in them, and I got to be in a English lesson with Emilia and with Mike separately on separate days.
Oh.
And I really liked the way that Mike speaks and teaches, so that's why I wanted to go to his English classes when I finally came to pre-IB.
That's so unfair. What's it called? To the IB was just like some random kids going like, "Be like the IB." And that's like,
Oh yeah, no, wasn't that the Zoom call we
Yeah.
had?
Oh yeah. Disclaimer: not an eliittikoulu.
we are an elite koulu.
We're not
That
an
means
elite
we are not an elite school or
We
high
are.
school.
we are.
Yeah,
really
we were
like-
told specifically by our higher ups that we are not to use that term when describing our school.
Really?
Yes,
Yes.
we were. In
Yes,
the, in the
normilinja. So.
Yeah. So we are not an elite school. Just putting it out there.
we're just a cool school.
Just
We're
a
the
cool
best school. We're
Stop!
very difficult.
We are the elite. No, we are not the
We are
elite.
not. We just talked about
IB!
this.
IB is awesome, and IB is amazing. That's what I can say.
Nico revealing his truth.
Anyway, moving on to the main point and the main kind of topic of this podcast. What do you do and what should you do on skip lessons?
Skip.
Now, we'll have first the guest's opinion and any tips and things and.
Well, last year during the first period, me and my friend Ronya, we would go to Espresso House during skips to study. But didn't do that at the end of the year. Only lasted a period, so I don't know. I do recommend it though. It is good, I guess, but that's what you should do.
Recommend skip lessons?
No, but recommend like studying during your skips.
I thought you said you went to Espresso House.
Because I remember Michael said on the first day, he was like, if you have skips, you should study them. And then Rania and I took his advice, but then after the first period, we were so like burnt out. We were like, nah, like.
Studies once. Espresso House.
Thanks. During my first period in pre-IB, me and my friend Alina had a lot of skip lessons that period. So during our skip lessons, we kind of formed our friendship because we would play like we didn't study. We would play with cards to pass the time, which was actually super fun. We'd play in the second floor lobby. We'd play in the library, or then we'd just chill around. And then after a while, we developed a habit of like every Wednesday when we had a skip lesson, or actually we had 2 back-to-back, we would go to a different cafe around Tampere. And there was actually, like, we got to see a lot of cool cafes. They were great. And there was actually a Jesus cafe. There is a Jesus cafe near our school, but we never got to go there.
There's a Jesus cafe?
Yeah, there's
What's
a
it
Jesus
called?
cafe. Jesus cafe.
It's called Jesus Cafe.
Yes, it is. We never went there because like I looked at the site and it didn't have like any menus or like any descriptions at all. So I kind of started to like think of like, is this actually a cafe or is this just like a meetup place? Because the website was like, oh yeah, here for the enlightened or something. And I was like, okay, cool vibes.
But yeah.
We should go there on the podcast.
Yes,
we should film podcast episodes over there.
You guys should do a review. Or
Of
actually,
Jesus
I
Christ.
should do a
Oh,
review.
Jesus Christ.
We would put the book that we're gonna present after our name. Someone put Mike and then put the Bible after it.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
It was so great, but then Mike refused to because I don't know. He was
Well, obviously he's not just gonna.
He cannot read. It's not about that. It's like, I just genuinely don't believe that he can like. Oh, I hate Donald Trump because so and so and so.
I mean, they do it anyway.
Obviously, but
I
like,
think
Anyway, what do we do? What have we done? It's like everyone's like, oh, let's study, and then everyone's just like, oh, so we had fun and played games and. Would you like to start?
Okay, so we every time you're like, okay, I have to study in the skip, I have to study in the skip, and then him and like one of our other friends, we just like game on their phones or our computers. In the booth, like we have this little like sectioned off cubicle, and every time it's free. We always just sit down, we always like play games. We almost never studied. The only time there was any kind of studying is if we didn't do the homework. Let's do the next lesson, and even then we usually do it like in the break. What's it called? Break time.
recess.
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 No, not recess. Like the 15-minute breaks between what's it called?
So that's pretty much what we did most of the time. Also, you can do great things like going to espresso house, going to a coffee place, or going to get food.
Espresso house is
Like just go somewhere, like to the shop, a restaurant, and eat food.
Oh yeah, actually,
my guy.
I live really close to the school. Like I only live 15 minutes away. There have been a lot of times where I would just leave, cook an entire meal, eat it, go back to sometimes change and then go back to school just for like the fun of it. It's like so what?
One time I had a double. You and some other people, we went to eat sudema.
Oh yeah, we did.
Like
misu.
Because we skipped lunch because it was a skip after lunch. So
Yeah.
we skipped lunch and like we had our skip and we just went to eat sudema and like sat there and
with
ate.
Alina and Ronya actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Never.
But like the skip is annoying if like your day is super long. Like you start early and then you have like a double skip and your day ends at 4. Like what are you meant to do? Like
No.
Usually I would go home.
I will have skip, and then TOK.
How many skips?
Is that too many?
How many skips?
I have the first lesson possible and the last lesson possible. Everything in between is
Wait a
skips.
minute.
so you
That's 3.
so you have a lesson at 8 and a lesson that ends at 4.
That's
I would literally
Yeah,
cry.
literally. The person who designed my curriculum
Wait, is it this
will
year?
hear from my lawyer.
Is it this year?
Yeah.
Here.
TOK is theory of knowledge, by the way. It's like
I hope this
philosophy
is
in the
not an
IB.
issue.
It's been recording this whole time.
Yeah, it has been recording this whole time. However, I just want to double check something. Oh, this might have been an issue.
No.
Oh, the third.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
What?
Okay, just quick apologies. We had some issues with the software. The scene with the green bubbles and whatnot might have not had audio. Maybe we can try having subtitles? Question mark.
I can probably add subtitles.
Yeah. What's it called? So you can like kind of get an idea. But most of from now on, it's not gonna be an issue.
No way there was no audio.
Oh my god, that might suck.
No
that's
audio.
Gonna suck. No, not completely. Because we have like the way the program works is that you have like different scenes. So we have one scene for just you guys. We have one scene for the both of us, and then we have one scene for all 4 of us.
Yeah.
The one with all 4 of us, because we just made it.
It has the green thing.
It has the green thing, yes.
Mm.
We did. You have to have it has like media or inputs. Each thing has inputs, right? And then we have the audio input, which is this mic, which wasn't in the what's it called?
In the
third scene. But we're fine now.
So we might just I might do a voiceover just like yeah. Wait, no, but we wouldn't have the
We wouldn't
audio.
even know.
So we have no idea.
Lip syncing. Read lips.
Oh my.
How much of it was what's it called? In the third thing, I wasn't looking.
A good amount. Like
Oof.
maybe 1/3, maybe a little less.
Oh my god.
Restart?
No, we're not gonna restart.
No
No
way.
way. Time. Moreover, we also.
Well, you gotta
they're
get in
waiting
that.
for us right now. So.
You gotta get in the
Yep.
we're babes, whatever it was.
What?
Okay. Like, if we really think about this though, who is gonna actually like watch all the full podcast?
Me.
Right? We've had a lot of.
We could just-
Hold on, that's what I'm saying. Maybe. Because like the people that are gonna watch it would have really long, really long attention spans, so they wouldn't mind the audio being cut off for just a little bit.
But actually, we can't really have that. It's a podcast. For example, when we would transfer this into like an audio only version, there would just be nothing.
Oh yeah, but then
You could
Actually,
add
could
like
be-
music, like
Technical difficulties music, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, that could be kind of fun.
Elevator music.
dude.
Are you good? Like I don't know, just a voiceover like.
Or maybe we just cut it out completely.
Put it all
That,
this.
that first part.
No, cut out the little. It's gonna be so
That's gonna
bad.
like it's gonna ruin the continuity. We can't do that.
But it also ruins it when you're just speaking, and then then speaking.
Just play music. Just be like.
Okay, how long have you been recording though?
No idea.
Did you not even look at the time?
It was
not the
1608,
time.
1608, I think.
16:08. So it's like give or take 20 minutes worth of content.
So maybe 10 minutes? No, 5 minutes of that? 5 minutes is not bad.
You cut 5 minutes of that out. You mean?
Yeah. 5 minutes was probably in the green bubble.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fine.
It's fine then. Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
Do you have more questions?
Yes, obviously.
we do of course have more questions.
Yeah.
So
Shoot.
Apologies for this small podcast.
yes,
Of,
we always have every single episode is gonna have
Yeah.
technical difficulties,
every single one.
and until we get everything set up and make it work. Also, we've changed this this little
Yeah.
thingy over here in the
Start
We
middle.
should put
One of my
googly
beanies.
eyes on it.
In fact, this is one of my mom's beanies.
This might become like the center.
I love Mama Beanie.
I love beanie.
What?
What?
Beanie
I love
baby.
Beanie.
Okay, so I would like to continue a little bit on the what to do. We've all been explaining, like things you're not supposed to do, or I mean things you can do, like go eat, get drinks with your friends, play games.
Get
But
drinks.
what like the smartest thing to do is work. Like there's essays and homework and all that. Just get it done during a skip lesson.
100%.
It's the best time
This
to do
actually ties in to what we said on one of the earlier episodes. Don't slack.
Don't slack.
As much time as possible. Like try and get the most out of school days,
it. Mm.
and try your best not to do that much at home. Like, what do you mean?
And
You have,
he's
you
like,
have any inputs? Do you have any? You want to debate this right here, right now?
Yeah, let's go.
Go on.
Nobody gives a shit. Do what you want.
No. I give a shit.
Whoa.
I will judge you if you don't do your work during school.
language.
No, it doesn't.
Yo.
Michael Davies gonna be like.
Michael
I
Davies
do.
think that this is very fluent. Michael Davies actually commented on one of our videos, so
Yes.
Oh,
instantly
slay.
the best podcast.
Slay.
Michael Davies again, our teacher ever.
Michael Davies.
Michael
Don't
Davies.
hang me.
What?
What are you saying?
I cursed. He hates cursing.
He doesn't hate cursing.
He
He
doesn't.
hates cursing.
He says like, oh, try to use more formal language.
Yes, this is a classroom is a semi-formal
Yes.
Yeah,
environment.
this is more of a
This
like.
is a very
chill-
formal.
This is
environment.
even more formal. This is like
We
the
would
most-
usually be wearing suits, but like I spilled orange juice on it earlier. So.
No, but
Yes.
it's gonna ruin my reputation.
Yeah, your whole reputation
My
is ruined.
You think
the
Mike-
standard is dropping.
You think Mike doesn't know that you already swear a lot?
No, he
Mike
does.
is
I-
our friend group.
No,
like,
because I've sworn so many times in his lectures and he always gives me a look. And that's why I know.
Do you
To be honest
swear
with
in
you-
his lectures? He's just
It's
speaking
not a
like, oh,
lecture.
he's like, so the
It's just him
arts
running
and-
around, jumping. Like I love how like, just the way he walks.
Springy.
It's so like
energetic.
this. Yes, and
Mike
like he
is
has
so
so much
happy with the
enthusiasm
world.
in his voice. You can tell that he used to be a drama teacher.
Like,
You can tell he loves the craft of like teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what makes his lessons so good though.
Yeah, he's a very good teacher.
But back to the
What?
skips, I do.
Oh.
But
I do agree because like I'm always like if I'm tired and I'm like I'll just do the like work as homework. I like never end up doing it.
Mhm.
So it is always better to just do your work in class or try and do as many exercises as you can.
True.
Skip lessons. Yeah, do the work.
Because you know when you get home, you just like usually when I get home, like I just want to nap or like relax or go on TikTok. I'm not like in the mood to do work because that's what school was for.
yeah.
So
Though there is a limited amount of space at our school because the second floor lobby is like the most common place for people to go study or during skips, and most times it's completely full. It is completely full most times, unless it's not for you, but your experience is different from mine.
Okay, no, it is always full on breaks.
Yeah, yes,
Skip
yes,
lessons,
yes.
like when the skip lesson starts, so when normally everyone has a lesson and you would have no lesson, that's the time when there's not a lot of people. Another secret location for all the IB and all the RELLU people out there, the Oasis.
Oh.
It is on the second floor. If you find it, it's kind of like a big open
Oasis.
exactly.
Oh, true.
It's quiet, it has like bouncy balls, it has cushions, it's got,
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa, whoa,
Run that
whoa.
back. Run that back.
it's got bouncy balls.
What?
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but they're like big. They're not like this. They're
A
like
big bouncy balls?
Okay, guys.
No.
BBB.
Okay, yes. So they have BBBs in the Oasis. Now that's a secret hidden gem.
So is the library. Library is a very good area, and especially the classroom that
The
is
library
tied to the
smells kinda
library.
weird.
But you have to be
I don't really
quiet
like
there, though. I don't like being quiet.
I don't like the darkness of
Well,
the
you
library.
said that
It's
the
not
Oasis is
right
quiet.
in there.
Yeah, so you can, have fun and
Yeah.
party.
Like you can it's quiet and you can be noisy in there.
Exactly.
The library is quiet, but you can't make
Okay.
it noisy.
It's quiet because there's people there and they're all like,
Oh, just a tip. When people are studying in the library or studying, and maybe you or your group can't find a place to really study with your group because people places are full. Don't be loud in the hallways. It is absolutely infuriating because I was in the library with Mila the other day and there was this a group of I think first years that were searching for a place to study, but second floor was full. Oasis had a lesson. Library had too many people for them to fit. And so they were just like, okay, well, what do we do now? Which I get, because then you're completely out of options almost at the school. And so they just stayed in the hallway right next to the library with the library door open because people can see if there's room for them to study that way. And then they just started laughing, joking, they were so loud. It was absolutely infuriating. You could not hear anything. So please do not be loud in the hallways. You can go outside if you really need a place to study. You can go into the first floor because the lessons are further away in the corners of the entire floor, or you can go to a cafe.
Honestly, I like going to Mezzo to study. During school hours, it's pretty quiet anyways. And there's a cafe upstairs. And Espresso House is nice because of the drinks, but I don't know.
yeah.
Or library. Library is a very good place to study, and it's a walking distance from the school.
Yeah.
Very amazing. So
Yep.
cool. Library.
We are currently in the library.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah,
true
we
you
are.
are.
We are in
Wait,
Mezzo. Wait, just about that, you can book rooms, these kind of project rooms, the ones where we film these in. You can book them for pretty much any amount of time, maybe 3 hours max.
4 hours.
4 hours max. You can book these rooms for your own personal use. They have keys, they're quiet, nice isolated room, and you can film your own podcast.
And they
Slay.
two out of three have whiteboards, which is kind of cool. And one has
TVs.
One has TV.
This is I've seen it. It's
That would be
multiple
so
TVs.
cool. You could give a meeting in there or a
That's the whole
presentation.
point.
Yes, and it's got a
Yeah.
table with 8 spaces. It's to the this way.
Yeah. So there's 3 project rooms in the library that you can reserve a time for. There's one with a space for 4 people max. Then there's this one that is 4 people max, and then with a whiteboard, and then there's the other one that is 6 people max with a whiteboard and TVs.
That would be really cool.
Yep, it's crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's crazy. Okay, do you guys have any skip lessons?
No.
I do.
You do now?
I do.
Wait, what are your subjects?
But I have all mine.
What?
What are you talking
You
about?
don't have math right
I
now.
only don't have math.
Oh, so
This
how many
week.
skips do you have then?
I think I have all in all 3 this week. I have Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday. I think. Me and Nea share them.
Wait, what about when do you start?
I start most days at 8, I think. It switches between 8 or 9.
I start most days at 9.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
I have
not
a
sure.
3-to-2 ratio.
It's a 3-to-2 ratio for me as well, but I don't remember.
My
Which way?
school days are so weird. My days start at 8, and on Wednesday and Thursday I start at 11:35.
Really?
It's
That's
not
a blessing.
It's not
Yeah.
a skip, but because I don't take Finish B or Finish A, so that's why.
Blessing.
That makes sense.
My
So-
my weeks are pretty balanced. I have 2 4 o'clock days and 1 8 o'clock day, and then everything else is 2:30 and 9.
Next period is probably gonna be my most balanced.
Next period is gonna be awful for me.
Third period is gonna be
Oh my God.
so bad.
Next period I don't have bio or math because I'm in AASL, so that's great for me.
How's AA?
Honestly, it's not that hard, I don't think, because mainly we just been going over stuff from last year, exponents and stuff, but then I don't know, we're starting differentiation now, and Sari said, okay, this is the stuff that we're mainly going to be focusing on, because AI only spends 3-ish lessons on differentiation, and Sari said that in AA you go through it for 17 lessons because you go really deep into it. But and she said that you mainly have to really be into calculus to like AA. I'm only taking it because it counts as like pitka matematiikka.
Wait, now so does HL math.
Well,
But AASL is easier and SL.
It's like
The entire reason that it's only SL and no HL is because every time people always just drop to what's it called, AASL, because of how difficult that course is. It counts as pitka
The HL is
Yeah.
a lot different than SL though.
Yeah, the study materials and stuff you go through, it's completely different.
Yeah, well,
What does AA stand for? Like application.
analysis and approaches, I think.
And then AI is like
Analysis and I don't know.
applications and interpretations.
yes.
That was it.
That's the
But honestly, first period, I'd say it's going pretty well. I'm not sure about third period though, but we'll
third
see.
period. Oh, it's so annoying because of the dance. It's so.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, I still have skips even though I haven't danced, so that's gonna be nice.
I don't have skips.
I have like 8 to 4 every day, but then I have like random skips. It's like
yeah,
insane.
I also have really full.
The only
periods.
skips I have are due to like the one health course that we'll be taking because I'm taking the same one that you are.
Wait, which
Wait, you're
course
taking,
is everyone taking?
L
I
6.5.
don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it's the same one that
It's not
Susan's
as
taking
big.
though.
Oh, I think you guys will be in the same group as me because I'm in the
Yes.
LI 6.3.
No, that's not me.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna need the same one.
Slay.
Slay. But yeah,
My
Why
one
not?
sucks.
why not?
Oh,
Yeah, the one we have is really bad. I don't like that course. But everything else was full immediately.
You should have taken the other one that we went to.
Can't. It's full.
Then how did we go?
Well, because if that's your only option, but for me it's not. It's kind of like I have 2 doors. One of them is open, one of them is closed. You can't just tell the other person to open the other door. No, because I have the door that's open.
Just
You had a
talk.
different situation where you have one door, it's locked. So obviously
Yeah.
someone's gonna open it for you.
You could just been like, bro, I gotta go.
The courses thing was so annoying because the Oppa got my math confused, so she got my whole Van Hut thing confused. So I had to have like 2 meetings with her to sort it out because she put me in AISL, which means that I would only. And because of my subject choices, that meant that I was only able to be in one group that my partner wasn't in. So I had to like figure this out and text her and be like, I'm not in this math. What are you doing, this girl? And then she fixed it, luckily, but it was just so annoying to sort out.
Yeah, there's been a few mishaps with like getting wrong classes or getting no classes at all.
Yep.
Classes which are required, which happened to me last year.
Ooh.
Or you have to like retake or what?
No, I was because I am like native Finnish. I have to take Swedish due to the
Lol.
the curriculum, but I don't have to take it in the IB anymore. But pre-IB, I still had to take it. My guidance counselor had not put me up for any Swedish at all that year, even though it's a requirement for me to have it, or otherwise I can't pass pre-IB, and that happened to Alina as well. And so by the end of first period, when one of our friends was having Swedish that we should have also been having, then I went to our guidance counselor. I was like, yo, what's up? And then he was like, oh, oopsie daisy.
Didn't they also like put you in like the wrong Finnish group for like a day as well?
Yeah, I was also put into the wrong Finnish group because I am a native Finnish speaker. I should be in äidinkieli, Finnish A, but I was put into S2, which is for people who have lived at least 1 year abroad or are not Finnish by main nationality or whatever. I was put in there.
At least 3 years.
No, Ronja got in.
What?
Ronja was away for 5 years.
5?
Guys.
Okay, well, I thought it was 1 year, but
No.
anyway, yeah. Native Finnish people cannot go to S2, but my guidance counselor put me into S2 because he said that I seemed like I had been from overseas.
Okay, I have to comment on this. Native Finnish or people who are Finnish can still go to S2.
Oh, yeah.
I personally have never lived abroad. My mother speaks Finnish, or my mother is fully Finnish. My dad, however, doesn't speak any Finnish, which means I got to go to S2. However, my brother, who has a different father than me, he has both Finnish parents, grew up in a Finnish home, but still took S2, and he didn't live abroad.
Yeah, I don't know, the requirements are so
They're so flexible.
yeah, I feel like that's kind of what I liked about S2 is that everyone had different I don't know, dialects, and like everyone had different like, I don't know, abilities in Finnish. So it was just so cool to like hear everyone speak, and like it was just such a like non-judgmental environment because like I don't know.
But the point is, I should have not been in S2 because I don't belong there.
You're too good.
And the teacher actually like approached me and was like, "Are you supposed to be here?" And I was like, "I don't know," because I was very good at like Finnish too, and like like primary school. So I was like, I'm not supposed to be learning this language again. So then the teacher was like, "You don't belong here. Get out." But then they just, instead of switching me to my right class, they just decided to keep me in S2 for the rest of that period, so I stayed there. Also with the Swedish class thing, I took it up with my guidance counselor like maybe 3 weeks before the finals exams in our not finals exam, the exam week in first period. And so he put me and my friend Alina into the Swedish class that we were supposed to be in the whole period in the last 2 weeks that we had. So we had to like cram everything and then go through with the exam week still. Or we got to choose, but this is what we chose.
Damn. That sounds horrible.
I think I got a 6.
I did get a 6 from my Swedish courses.
I also did. I don't like Swedish.
Didn't you also do some teamwork at some point? For the for Swedish teamwork?
No. I was put in a different class. I didn't have any of my... I was with Mea, Beryl, and Bayan. We were actually put... My Swedish was with the normal line.
It's not even funny.
It was unbelievably stupid. So I was put with the normal line people in Swedish, and then I had to study it all in Finnish, and then I don't know Finnish, and I don't know Swedish, and I'm put with the Finnish line, and I'm there to study Swedish. So I was just...
You know something really funny? Is that you could have skipped Swedish if you just told the Opa that you didn't take Swedish before.
Yep, I know. I messed up.
It's because she didn't ask me for any kind of proof.
That's the thing. I'm weirdly a compulsive truth teller and compulsive liar.
But I guess if you didn't have it on your 9th grade report, they would know that you...
They wouldn't know either. They saw how much they messed up like your periods. Come on, guys. They would not have noticed.
And I don't think they would have cared.
Yeah.
Once you're in the IB, it's like, oh, you're in the IB.
I think some of the classes are arranged really badly though. Like my French is with the normal line. It's IB, we're supposed to be learning the IB curriculum, but we still have like the same stuff as the normal line. Like my French teacher has not told me like what's gonna be in the IB, like what it's gonna be like, what requirements there are, what the like internal assessment is gonna be. I'm just there like slay, and like the classes are in Finnish, and there are some people in my French class who don't know any Finnish, so it's like how are y'all doing? Like this girl is not...
We're so neglected.
Wait, are you in the same French classes like the Normilinja?
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Yeah, there are like 5 IB students.
Wait, but what? The curriculum is what?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wrap my head around this. This doesn't make any sense.
Basically, the IB curriculum is different to the normal line one, but we're not even doing the IB stuff this period.
You're talking about this year.
This year. Like we haven't even started the IB like stuff yet, so
imagine studying the wrong curriculum for the entirety of like your 2 IB years, and then you have to take a final exam according to the IB curriculum.
She said that next period will have separate lessons, but what she said was, I don't have time now to have separate lessons for IB.
Wait, what is the motivation there? You just like told that, oh, by the way, everything we're studying is not what you should be studying. Still come to class.
I guess because French is a language, so you're still learning the language.
Yeah,
but like, it's kind of annoying because all of the none of the exercises are like the IB ones, because they're all in Finnish, and they're all like, like we were learning about Finnish culture and like translating Finnish words to French this period. It was like, what is lihapulla in French? Like, what is Finnish nature in French? And I was like, what? They're not gonna ask that in the IB finals. But hopefully next period it's actually gonna be IB stuff, and she's gonna tell us what to do.
I hope the best for you.
It's cool.
Don't worry, the teacher's probably not gonna watch this podcast. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she did, maybe she'd get a wake-up call.
Oh,
true. Reality check.
Just saying, it's not really, and like the people who don't speak Finnish don't even have Finnish as an option, so they have to take French. Like I could drop to Finnish B, like if I wanted to, but no, I'm gonna torture myself. But like that's why I think that it's not good because there are people who don't have a choice to be in that class. So.
That's so unfortunate.
Anyway.
They're
Anyway.
horrible.
So sad, you know, like, yeah, that's actually kind of stupid, but yeah, it's not.
For some reason, like this, it just sucks that this school is like so unorganized. Like a lot of the things within the school are so unorganized. It just like it doesn't match what IB is actually like. Like when we went to Suk, which is where the debate competitions were held last year. It's so much closer to what the IB is actually about. First of all, they have all the actual classes like the computer science, GLOPO,
Business.
They have all of these subjects, but we didn't get that chance. I'm so mad that this school doesn't have computer science. And the thing is, it's just because of lack of.
Also, Chinese is such a common a language.
Yeah, well, I wasn't
study
gonna
in
pick
IB.
it, so I don't think that's very necessary.
I would pick Chinese. I did study Chinese last year for 2 periods.
What? You can do
No,
that?
okay.
I took
I
Chinese
mean,
last
I
year.
do get that like Finland is all about free education because like IB is usually private in most countries, so that's why it's a lot better quality. But like I don't like why is the Helsinki school getting better funding?
And the thing is, it's just like it's only like, there are 2 IBs in Helsinki. One is in Espoo. The Espoo one is closer to our school, while this Suk is like it's completely different. Like the level of teaching is completely different, even though the whole point of the Finnish education system is that everyone is like at an equal level.
No, I think the problem is the resources. For example, like it's not just that they don't want to get all the teachers for all the specific things. And the one thing that's also really bad is they're just borrowing the Finnish teachers. For example, like in chemistry, physics, like all of these things, what they're doing is telling the like normal line teachers, oh, teach also IB, or like, yeah, here's
They're just
IB,
like, just
teach this
say
too.
it in English.
Yeah, which means the thing is that a lot of the teachers are like very shy and timid and petite. So what they do is that it's like they find it really difficult to explain things in English. For example, one of our teachers who teaches a certain subject that we really need a good amount of explanation in just stands there and he's like, okay, this is the stuff. Do the exercises and that's it. Even though I like that, and it's like it's a HL pace, so it's constant like new things every lesson. Maybe every half lesson we get something new. So we need to be well explained, but it's not.
I mean, there are some IB teachers that I think are really good.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
of course.
Obviously,
of course.
like
Mike.
Lecturers, yeah.
But honestly, I
Wow.
think the teachers who are the best are the teachers that only teach IB.
Yeah, exactly. For example,
Like, I think I like Marco as a teacher, but like I know some people don't. But personally, I like his teaching style.
Yeah.
I also think obviously Mike is like really good. I think Sari Giski is a really good.
Oh, sorry.
teacher.
I think
Sari is very good.
our new biology teacher, I really like her teaching
She's taught
And
like
she's like an IB.
university and IB before.
I don't know if we're talking about the same person, bro. The biology teacher kind of like I attended one lesson, and I felt like my mind was so numb by the end of it.
No, but like
she talks so slowly. Like it's like come on, get the sentence over with. It's like
No, but I liked because it's like in her slides she has like things from the like textbook saying learning outcome this or like the goal that you're supposed to like learn for
so
like
it's
the
very
exam.
IB.
And she said that she builds up all of her exams through the year. So this period we're only having the stuff that we learned this period. In our next period, because we're in SL Bio, it's gonna have this period stuff and next period stuff. Content.
Nice.
But I really like the teaching. For example, like the kind of interaction. For example, when I ask questions, she may not always know the answers. Like we might Google answers. We might just like change stuff and we would look through like deeper. Some teachers would be like, who cares? Or like it doesn't
Or, like,
matter.
figure
or
it
it's just
out.
one point. It's just one point.
It's just one point. Yannick, we love your teaching, but it's like there's a rule in the book, and you're just like, it's 1 point. It's not 1 point off the final exam. It doesn't matter.
So funny.
To me, it matters. I need everything to be correct.
Slay.
But yeah,
Girl awesome.
I really like the biology teacher does like.
Yeah, no, I think she's really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy her lessons.
I
Me
really
too.
enjoy the personalized exams that she makes. Well, not personalized. I mean like that she herself builds the exams. That's what I mean.
What do you guys think of the econ teacher? her style of teaching?
I actually really like the econ teacher. I
I
stopped
actually
listening
also
in
like
the last 2 weeks, but
Yeah, same. But I also really like the econ teacher, and like I asked today kind of a ridiculous question.
Oh my.
And
yeah, that was.
econ,
I'm sorry, bro. That was. I love you and I respect you, but that shit was such a miss.
I went to college.
That
I
was
was like,
such a miss.
Wait, what did you
but
ask?
I really
again?
wanted to. We were talking about angel curves, and it's look it up.
Engel.
It's like the demand
ENGEL.
curve, but like instead of going like this, it goes like
It's
Goes like this.
curvaceous. It's a curvaceous curve.
the other way.
Yes. To like graph income and quantity of goods or something.
Yes.
Yes, I was following. Anyway, I asked a question that was like, can this graph be inaccurate in any scenario?
Oh, that question.
And I didn't know, like, I had it in my mind of like how I wanted to get it across, but I didn't know like a specific scenario for this because who would know? And then, well, I don't feel like she still answered my question, but like I also kind of got the vibes that it cannot be answered really.
Yeah.
But
The
teacher was at a loss for words.
The thing that was like a bit off is that you just kept going.
Yeah.
For example, it's like, oh, but like, like one specific case doesn't matter. We take it as a whole, as a society.
Yeah.
And you're like, but if the society is crazy or like...
No, but that's
like,
because she didn't
it is-
answer my question. I mean, like, if there is like a discrepancy that like genuinely matters, that like someone with very low income wouldn't use all their money on hot dogs. But what if there is like a group of people? Like, can this kind of like inaccuracy happen? Where like a group of people
Well,
like
okay.
And she did explain it. It was like because like the graphs aren't like they not trying to show you like
The
this like
exact-
not forget about exact value. It's not even like trying to show you like the average or
The
it is
median.
trying to show you the average. But like imagine instead of it being a line, imagine a bunch of little dots
Yeah.
all around the line. So you have all these outliers everywhere, but still have that mean.
that's what
in
I
the
kind of
middle.
got like toward like after
No, but-
like she tried to answer.
That's the basis of economics. You have like a bunch of information and you build predictions and you build graphs and stuff
Well, yeah.
that would best fit
Yeah.
society.
And-
None of these are actually going to be accurate, like to
Yeah.
the
Also,
point.
like, I don't think that would be on the final exam.
No.
It wasn't.
Explain if this has any problems.
But I like
Yeah.
that she gives us homework and then we like. She asks us to like draw it on the board ourselves and explain it.
I love that.
Because I mean, usually I'm the one explaining for my group. So.
Gospel, can you explain? No. No.
Chad.
And then they were like, quickly, Alexia, and I was like, anyway.
I'm also pushed to explain stuff. Like I was in a group of 4. One person was tasked to explain. Then that person got too nervous, tasked another person to explain, and then that person was like, Angel, you have to do it. Please do it. And then I took the fucking I took the paper
doesn't
that
matter.
we had the answer on, and then I went to the front and I was just like, I was like thundering there like internally because I was like, why do I always get pushed to do this? Because I'm the extrovert. I always get made to do things for other people. My friends literally tap me on the shoulder are like, can you raise your hand and ask this from the
Oh
teacher?
my days.
Can you go in front of me in the line? Can you order for me? Can you ask that person what's this about? Like, I always get tasked to do that. Always. Even in class, like...
Okay, but I'm low-key scared to answer an econ class. Like, I feel like the teacher can be kind of scary. Like,
Cause
I remember when someone, like, drew some things wrong on the board, and instead of, like, her being like, oh, this is how you do it, she was just like, no, do it again. And then the person drew it again, and she was like, no, that's wrong, do it again. It wasn't like, because some teachers, when you do something wrong, they're like, that's not quite right. But she was like, no, go sit down.
Yeah.
Like, their turn is over.
The econ teacher does not believe in gentle parenting.
No.
I just
Like if it's
know.
wrong, it's wrong. It's like so.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess it's good, because you shouldn't be ashamed to be wrong. You know?
But like I said,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be wrong.
Yeah, don't be
You
wrong,
need the
guys.
discipline.
Yeah,
In
like,
IB,
yeah.
you're not allowed to
Sit
be
Yeah.
wrong.
down.
Get real.
Ugh.
Watch. No, but like the
I appreciate that.
But her notes are a little too vague, I think.
They are.
compared to the book. Like, the book is, like, very in-depth, like, and then her notes are, like...
There is a very good tip that I can actually give, and for some subjects where you feel like the like PowerPoint slides that you like notes in general that you are taking during lessons, if you feel like those are kind of vague, not helping you, start listening to the teacher. Especially Marco, Tuija, like, and biology. If you start listening to the teacher, you will get so much more knowledge and so much clearer knowledge than through the PowerPoint slides, which have to be vague in order to deliver huge messages in like simple sentences. So start listening to when the teacher explains what the PowerPoint slides are talking about. It's gonna be so much easier, so much better.
Listen to the teacher.
Listen to the teacher.
That's how you
Listening to us.
Especially
Wow.
Marco, like
That's different.
because he's like
You have to
sometimes
listen to him.
in class he's like rambling about stuff and he's like, this won't be in the exam, and then it is, or he's like, this isn't important, and then he goes along and like, or like, I don't know.
So he's trolling.
I don't know, like I think his like slides are very good, like the information is good, but like his like rambles are like really interesting and like they provide a lot more insight, I guess, to the info.
Mm-hmm.
So
something that really annoys me is like when teachers have a lot of what's it called, like material on the slides and all of it is relevant and they don't put the PowerPoint. This is something I hate that they did with history, where he would have a lot of like talk that would be important and he wouldn't put the slides in like before or after the lesson. It would be like a while afterwards.
yeah, no, he said that he was like, oh yeah, it's in, like I missed a lesson this period in history, and I was like, he said the slides are in Moodle. I went there and I was like, Marco, excuse me.
Bestie boo.
I always have to ask people, and like I'm shy, so like, you know, if you're in a class of people you don't really know or you're not really that close with, it's kind of like.
Sharing notes is such a huge thing in IB, especially.
Oh, yeah.
I think it must be also in the other lines, but IB, you can't get passed unless you at least once ask someone else for their notes or
during
to see.
during the test.
Yeah,
Pass the note.
unless you are the godsend like person in IB who always does their notes, who is always present, and who always somehow manages to understand every single thing without anyone's help.
But not you, because you're never there.
I'm always
Yeah,
there.
not
I just
me,
don't
not
take any
me.
notes, and I'm
Oh, not
always.
me.
I always
dozy.
write notes. I always understand everything. Always.
No, this guy is like me. He's just like.
Whenever I have a problem in econ, I turn around and I go, Alina, and it's like it's exhausting for her because she is like my savior, but I am also her like tumor.
It's so funny that I do the same exact thing to Alina in the chemistry. like
Wow.
Like last.
Because Alina is so smart.
It's not about her being smart.
It is. What did you say?
That's not what I meant.
What did you say?
She's gonna watch the be like Yassine.
No, I'm never helping you again. It's like.
It's not about that. It's that she's hardworking and actually like pays attention, like does the work.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to slack off in IB. You know, every once in a while it's like, you know what, I don't want to do this because I know that
Yeah, you were saying?
because like I know that there are people around me who are hard workers and will do the work for me, so I can just like leech off of them for a little bit.
That's what I do.
But honestly, I think that I really like learning like when you're like doing exercises with someone and you're not just like copying off someone or like someone's copying off you. Like when
Oh,
you're
true.
genuinely like working on them together, because like it's like I don't know, it's just a
It
lot
feels so
easier
much
and
more
nicer.
productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so much more
I feel
morally
like-
good.
How I learn is that like when I have exams, like I always remember the stuff that my friends have like told me. Like I studied with Susan one time and she was just like lecturing me about this one thing, and in the exam I literally remembered Susan word for word like talking about it.
Aww.
So I think that really works.
Well, Susan created the song about the like mathematical formula too. In pre-IB.
That sounds horrible.
What?
No wait,
It
there was.
wasn't it the
Math formulas?
minus
You.
b plus minus square
Yeah, that's
b
it,
squared
that's it.
minus 4ac over 2a.
That's so nice. Except
Yeah.
data booklet.
Data booklet.
Data
I
booklet.
love data booklet.
Data booklet
All
was so
praise
good.
data booklet.
No, but that was in the mid-test when Sadi was like, y'all have to write the quadratic formula as a question, like, because the question was write the quadratic formula.
Ew,
Yeah.
ew.
So that's why I
Data
like to
booklet.
make the song.
Oh, I
I
miss
love data
Siekkinen.
booklet.
Data booklet.
Data
He's a-
booklet.
We have Siekkinen.
I am so sad.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't.
also so sad. He was my favorite teacher for like half last year.
I love it when he has like mental breakdowns in the class. It's so funny. He just occasionally be like, he would use creative, colorful language out of nowhere. if he has had like a bad day, he would be like, this IA lesson was so bad, I hated it. It's like so awful. I'm not in the mood for any of it. Like I asked him a question one time. I was like, wait, okay, like in experiments, if like the equipment isn't like accurate or like gives you different measurements, then you'd have to repeat the entire experiment. I was like, lecturer, Siekinan, why? And then he was like, I've had such a bad day. That last lesson was so bad. I'm not in the mood to explain this.
I was
like, but he's a nice teacher. He makes jokes.
Yes,
and
yes.
his teaching style is
he
like
is
the best.
And his hoodie. And his clothes.
His clothes.
I have to shout out the one. Schrodinger's cat, wanted, dead or alive.
I love
I
the
love
Electro
that.
Boom shirt. The I guess science
So many.
rocks. Math is physics is pain. Like chemistry is I forgot what he
Something
said.
stupid.
It was so good. I love it.
All
it's
of
just
them.
the best.
No, but like last year in chemistry, I learned so much because we had the like mini like quizzes, and I would like study for them because they counted towards your grade. So like he was just such a good teacher. Like he made every class entertaining. Like he was the reason why I wanted to take chemistry SL. But
I remember us going to Espresso House and doing the practical like the topic exams together.
Oh yeah.
I remember, and I was leeching. No, I was doing it first, and then you were leeching off of me for answers. I would do the test, and then I'd be like, "Oh no, I got 70% wrong," and then Alexia was like, "What did you get wrong?"
We
What
never
did
did
you say?
that.
We never did that though.
Yeah, we never did that.
We genuinely never did that though.
We did that every time.
No. I never copied answers.
Not copied answers, no, but you're just there to help.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did help. We did study together in Espresso House and would do the topic exams. At
Like
the
with the
same time.
calculations. The topic exam is timed, and then you have to do like calculations, so you have to bring out like some
Oh
calculations.
yeah,
like,
no,
I
typing.
remember.
the timing, but like the timer like gave me anxiety. I would be like,
And it was always,
oh my
like,
god,
too much
work out the
time.
moles of like this,
It's
and
so
I'd be
funny
like,
because like, it was always too much time.
Yeah, for me that was it too. But
I would
it
like
made me
rush
think
through
that
the exercise
because it's too much time. It made me think that there needs to be that much time,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be like calculate the distance. I don't know from what.
The radius of the Earth is
Oh
8,000.
my god.
You
That
guys
was so annoying.
It's for anyone watching. It's we had a math test. It said some random stuff like you have a ship at bearing something. You have a lighthouse that's meters tall, and then after that, the radius of the Earth is. And I was like, how is this? Like, it was like the most insane jump that you could possibly think
Wow,
of.
I was in Sari's group then, so
I was in that.
didn't have that question.
It was the Ville.
Ville.
Colin, I missed that guy.
I miss Ville.
No.
Ville too.
He's a teddy bear.
But Ville was like a big teddy bear. He was so
Yeah,
adorable.
well, I prefer Saudi. I
And
had like
Saudi
I had
is
separation
good.
anxiety from.
No,
Like,
Ville Colin is like, he knows what he's talking about. He's
I'm
good.
actually gonna cry when I leave IB. Like I'm gonna cry because I'm gonna miss Sari. Like
Yeah.
she's just.
I'm gonna miss.
She's
We're
my
the
favorite
tutors.
teacher.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss.
Saudi tutors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I was so happy. I was
Aw.
like, oh my god, Sari
Yeah.
Kiyuski, icon.
We got lucky.
She's
We
such
did.
an icon. She's also kind of like Siekinan because she's like making jokes and that.
Yeah.
And I just.
She's I love teachers that are self-aware and don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, I have this memory of like where Sari came like I think 30 minutes or plus late to class, and like and then like the class wasn't really talking when we started actually like doing notes and doing math, and then Sari just stopped for a second and was like, "Are you guys mad at me that I was
Aw.
late?" And I just remember being like, "Oh no, oh no."
So
It was
cute.
so cute.
She's so funny though. Like I can't. Like today, like someone came late and like she looked so mad when like the person who was coming like was knocking on the door. She looked through the eyepiece and was like, she like looked at us inside and then she opened the door and the student came in.
She is shady, but it's like super funny.
Yeah.
She's a girl boss though, handling all the cast stuff as well. Like
Very much.
Yeah, we love Sari, and the cast. It's kind of nice.
We love a lot of teachers.
But I think it's time to recap quickly what were the key takeaways about skip lessons during this podcast. Just for everyone listening. Do you guys remember?
Don't slack during class and just
Go
work
eat.
during skips.
Eat. Go to cafes. And don't be loud in the hallways. Go home if you want to.
Sometimes they're unavoidable as well, so
Yeah.
they will eventually hit you.
Yeah.
Who?
But it's not like the skip
You.
lesson will never be a disadvantage. Just like
Yeah.
always make it your advantage.
All the people that
Be
complain about
grateful.
skip lesson, like, oh, they still waste of time.
Just don't like because later you'll be crying like, where's
Yeah.
my skip? Like
Exactly. It's like you're going from lesson to lesson to lesson. I think we have a 5-minute break at one point. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah. I remember. Like, it was like when we had the ballet roll.
oh yeah.
It's actually supposed to be a 5-minute break. It's not very great. So at that point would be a great time to have a skip lesson. What else? That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Skip lessons. We love them.
This is how much the topic strays when there are 4 besties. in a
Besties,
podcast.
of course,
So
of
true.
course, of course. Yeah, that's I think the main information to take away. Skip
Thank
lessons.
you for your time.
Do you have
Any closing statements,
Yeah,
guys?
closing statement. Any socials that you want to plug?
Oh, go follow my review account. Joint with Axel here near me. It's called Axelexia Reviews on Instagram. AKSELEXIA reviews all together. We also have a TikTok where we make food and review it. It's linked in the bio. Go follow.
All right.
We will have this in the description of the video, so
100%.
so you don't actually have to go and type out a whatever nonsense.
Yes.
You'll also they'll also have my Instagram, my personal Instagram. Well, yeah, it'll be in the
You
description.
can
but
have
it's
my
Angel
Instagram
Eve.
as well, if
Alright.
you want.
Yeah, go follow me. Go like my posts.
Go like
I look good.
My posts.
Yeah, if you ever want to slide in the DMs, you're going to see the socials down below. You're going to see our socials.
The
below as
email.
well. And the email.
The
Send
email.
emails, please. It's so empty and sad. There's like a spider in the corner with webs.
And then the tumbling whatever the cowboy thing,
the tumbleweed.
Yeah, that's just like-
it's barren. Send us anything. You want to send us memes. We might react to them.
Oh,
We
topic
will.
ideas.
Yeah.
Topic ideas.
100%. If you want to join the podcast, maybe.
Yeah, that's all.
Rohke situ behubmel.
If you don't like the profanity, just send a
Say so.
message and
We-
we won't change anything.
Yeah, we know.
Well appreciated though.
Yes.
For the input.
Hey.
I love that you did the profanity towards me.
What?
It's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Angel gets banned. from the
Additional thing,
podcast.
I think the last thing you want to say is that you have.
Yes. I wanted to talk about this earlier. Actually, I didn't get to talk about this sadly. As you saw, the guest here actually had 3 HLs and 3 SLs, as opposed to me, who has 4 HLs and 2 SLs. The reason for this is because I am indecisive. And actually, the more I take chemistry, the more I take physics, the more I realize, you know what? Maybe I don't want to drop them. Maybe I am better than everyone else. Maybe I am going to keep them.
So, in conclusion, his 4 HLs are useless, stupid, and just a waste of time. And that's probably a good way to end the episode.
100%. Don't forget to like this channel and subscribe to the video.
Buy the merch.
We don't have
Yeah,
a merch. We don't have a
merch.
merch. But hit that
Not yet.
bell
Not
notification so you
Give
can.
us
Stay
merch.
tuned. Watch the full.
tuned.
If you've watched the full episode, I will personally go to class and give you a kiss on the cheek.
Or wherever you're at if you're not in our school.
Too bad.
Too bad. You will be.
Eventually, yes. That's the whole point.
Of course. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah, come to Rellu.
So, that's about it.
See ya.
Not
Thank you for listening.
excellent.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
watching.
Bye, guys.
See you.